Welcome back, MTG Joe here, and today we are playing the deck that looks to burn as many wildcards as possible. That is 5-color Niv Mizzet. This is a deck that's built around the very powerful dragon, 5-mana Wooburg, 6/6 flyer, enters the battlefield. Basically look at the top 10 cards of your library, and then for each color pair you may put one card in your hand. So we're playing a multicolor deck, 5-color deck. Looking to get Niv and then refill your hand. So there's a lot of things we can do with the deck. You have removal in the form of Vanishing Verse, Lightning Helix, Prismari Command, Maelstrom Pulse, Deafening Clarion, Binding of the Old Gods. You have card advantage in the form of Expressive Iteration and Hydrate Krasis. You have Territorial Kavu, which power and toughness is domain, basically meaning number of basic land types. So this is basically a 2-mana 5/5 oftentimes in this deck, with the ability to rummage, discard and draw a card, or exile cards from graveyard. So yeah, it's pretty much it. You got a Scarab God, you got a Klothys, Cage to shut off graveyard shenanigans. And then sideboard, Fatal Push, another Cage. I think instead of Cage, I want Soul Guide. I got this list off Untapped. It's about a 50% win rate in Mythic right now for the last week. Some Dovin Vetoes, some Pulses, First Control, Dispark First Big Things, more Vanishing Verses. You have your Disputes versus the Control decks, another Klothys, and then Coma as an uncountable threat. So where am I? Around 99%. Been hovering around the high numbers. So let's give this a shot, see how it goes in Historic. See if we can make that top 1200 for month end. As always, if you do enjoy the content here on the channel, if you can, drop a like, comment, and subscribe. All are free and easy ways to support the channel. And we'll give this a go, see how it plays out. I mean, I can Helix on too. It's probably good enough. Need a blue source, need a green source in the next coming draws. Why am I not playing Jengantha Companion? Sideboard because of Cleansing Nova and Coma. Sand might have been a mull, but there's powerful cards in the deck. Let's just get rid of that now. This might be Kinnian combo. I would love a green source. This is Neo form, most likely. I need my Cage. I didn't bin caged it. No. So now I kind of wish I didn't. Get rid of the Fatal Push. Because the problem is they can just target Wall of Blossoms. So we probably want Dovin Veto post board. And then just basically all removal on board. Sure. Fading Hope's interesting. It's a way to kind of protect your combo and then recycle these draw effects. Fatal Push is very good. I only have one green source. access right now. Probably want access to second. So now I have access to 2 points of interaction. So if they try to neoform here, I can do it in response. If I had a Clarion in hand, I'd let them go to the combo, and then I would just destroy their haste one and then sweep. I actually think it's worth doing this. This fizzles now. If they don't combo, then I can eat their graveyard, or I could cycle. You gotta tuck. I think I actually want to... Oh no, I don't need to, because I can binding them. No, but I think I'd rather have the cycle option. Sure. We'll go green, blue. I have 2 whites. The nice thing is these lands, like even though we're flooding, we're just using them as 3 mana draw cards. If they have 2 Stormcallers, they win. Okay. Alright, so this is how we play this game. Disputes, vetoes, push, vanishing, pulse. It's basically just all pointed removal. Binding could come out, Scarab God could come out, Clothis could come out, Krasis could come out, Iteration. I need 4 cuts. Prismari is probably the weakest, but it is instant speed. But Pulse cleans up after, but I think we just do it like this. Maybe go down 1 Kavu, go up 1 Prismari. I like the idea of just like instant speed. This also gives me another, you know, I might even just cut the iterations. Just max out on removal. This game's basically going to come down to like that game. Can the opponent find a window to sneak through the combo? If not, no red mana. Okay, we'll keep this. Think we do this. Untapped red source on 2 would be really good. Okay. So this turn we can't afford. Next turn I could drop Kavu down. It's a 5/5. So can't Kavu now because of Paradise Druid. Because I need the veto up. So I'm going to do this. That doesn't work, does it? They still get the additional copy. So does Neoform just not work on the stack? That's interesting. Interesting. I think they could have done it. But shall see. So, just in case they have Mystical Dispute. Or Spell Pierce or something stupid. That's that's a tough one. Maybe I should have held it. Like, I got a little greedy. So they'll do this. I'm basically playing to the Clarion. I messed that up. Could have another miscast in hand. Yeah, I guess the safer line there is just have the Vanishing Verses ready. Yeah, and they got the second Tuk Tuk, so they played that right. Let's not show them that we have verse. Not show them we have verse. I think given that, probably want Pulse, just like a one of. Pulse just gives us another option to clean up afterwards. Because normally speaking, they only will get one Tuk Tuk, so if you can kill it, but because of that previous turn they did it, had we just played it the other way, we would have been okay. Play first. Let's try this. The earliest they can kill me is turn 3. But I'll Clarion if they play Paradise Druid. So I need blue mana here. Red, white, blue. If we could get our life total high enough, it's worth doing that there just because they could combo with impunity that turn. And if they don't have a creature, then I can Vanishing Verse. That allows them to play into Miscast. I think we're doing this. So if they hit it, they go Stormcaller. We exile here. Again, I guess I could have waited, let them search up through their whole deck. That might have been the safer line. Second Vanishing Verse. I don't think this is a matchup we're casting Niv. Okay, so let them combo, kill the Tuk-Tuk, Clary on their board. Let's not make the same mistake. This is obviously the riskier line, but when they have the Paradise Druid out, they can just, because it just needs any copy, any 2-drop to start the chain. You should always get 2 when you're unsure. So the reason being is, if they got 2, they would have won there. Because like the extra combat steps just win more if you don't have haste. So if I have removal, I'm going to target at that point the haste enabler. That was a good win. Messed up a little in game 2, but we learnt our lesson and snuck through. We're basically just like a heavy removal deck with kind of some efficient beaters. And like that game we saw like, you know, 2 mana 5/5, it was like the Tarmogoyf, and then just smack face. Hand is fine. I'd like a white source on 2 if possible. Alright, got Jeskai Gamer, and our hand is literal garbage. If they want to counter this, fine with that. It's probably a game where we just need as much mana as possible. Like if we could sneak a Niv down, we're in good standing. I want to have access to Helix as well as Triumph. Could just be getting Gear Hulked here. It's actually not bad against Gear Hulk. Can sneak this in. Second charm. So like this game 1 against Control, we're not really properly boarded. Having like a lot of helixes. Verses are okay, but stuff like Fatal Push aren't great. The Clarion in our hand is just a dead card. Of course. Okay, let's just go to sideboard here. It's kind of just, you know, you're pushing up a creek there. So let's get rid of these. Let's get rid of the Clarions. Let's bring in Soul Guide. Let's bring in the Clothis. Let's bring in Teferi, bring in the Vetoes, Disputes. The Spark's an interesting one, and it's probably better than Verse. So let's see what this hand looks like. Helix is actually kind of bad. Does really nothing in this matchup, so a couple Fatal Push probably isn't bad, just for the token. And I guess we can go another Pulse. Pulse deals with the Resolve Teferi, deals with the Resolve tokens. I think we're just running it like this. With the banning of like Memory Lapse, this deck's shifted a lot in terms of its focus. This hand doesn't do anything. I think it's just like that. I need this Niv to eventually just try to find something. If we could sneak Clothis down early, it has some advantage. Probably should have kept the untap blind. Any untap blind? So not a bad kind of mull to 5, all things considered. They may have Aether Gust, but it really can't do anything there. They showed heavier on graveyard, so just having this interaction bodes well. No blue source. Feels bad, man. And I don't want to tap out from under this. Needed a blue source there. Okay, that's fine. Gives us something to eat. This isn't the biggest clock in the world. I have pulse available. So eat that. I actually think it's worth cycling that. Probably not. See what they do here. Sure. It's mostly just to get more food in the graveyard. We're basically seeing, can this Clothis hold this off long enough? We can't hold that off. That's just kind of unfortunate, just not drawing the mana we need. So they're gonna hit me for 10 next turn. I have no answer for Hall the Storm Giants. Actually, I have the Fatal Push. Nezahal. That might be... is that better than Coma? We just didn't draw colors this game. Can't beat the Nezahal with that. So one of the downsides of being 5 color, sometimes you just don't hit your 5th color. I think Jeskai is always going to be tough. You can build Niv in a way that makes it effective against Jeskai. We saw when Jeskai was more popular, you had stuff like Thought Erasure, you had Thoughtseize in the deck. This current iteration's more creature heavy, just because that's what you end up seeing more on the ladder. But live and learn. Live and learn. I think we keep this. So we go this first, because we need the white for a Helix on 2. Lures can be a couple decks. We don't have black mana, so it's something to be mindful of. If this is Auras, we're probably in a tough spot. Okay, the Clarion's a nice follow-up here. I would love a black mana so I don't have to use this Clarion right away. I'm opting to do this so we gain the life. I think it's right to do this. Cuts them off. Black mana. Give me a black mana. Fuck. That's how my luck is. So here, I think we go Niv here. So we want Clarion and probably Prismari. Because next turn I have Fatal Push as well. Does that just kill me? 7. Yep. Alright, so Cleansing Nova, Fatal Push, Verse, Pulse. Let's get rid of the Cage. Let's get rid of the Krasis. Get rid of the Iterations. Scarab God might be too slow. Play Clothis. There's a few different ways. Like you can build this with Growth Spiral as well. I don't think it makes much of a difference there. We Fatal Push it. Then they just boost up their other stuff. Like Niv is the more mana efficient because the thing is we chump block with Niv that turn. Then we Clarion and Fatal Push as a follow-up. So we'll probably be seeing Spell Pierce, stuff like that. It's the frustrating thing with this deck at times, just like you're trying to make 5-color mana base work, you don't have fetch lines, so it's not as consistent as like the modern version. Hand looks good. I think we're just doing this. Dog on 1. They learned their lesson. So if they go like a core or something. So we do this. So I'm doing this now just because 3 damage kind of gets scaled in a way. Notable thing here is I don't have untapped green mana. Okay, then going Luris is fine. If they have land, they can do Luris Dog each turn. I think we cycle here, try to find Vanishing Verse. Okay, so I can do this. They sack. I do this. wisely do that. It's the part it gets a bit iffy. Now they're just gonna refill their hand like crazy. Them having 3 dogs in the top 14 is kind of wild. Yeah, this is gonna get real big. I need my Vanishing Verse. We have 4 in the deck. We'll go Niv next turn. They can chump block for us. They have Dispute, they have Dispute. Clarion, Pulse. We're getting bullied with Niv. Kind of surprised they went with that. They know we have the Deafening Clarion. So we'll block here. They might have Dovin's Veto. They don't. So resolve. Do I auto pay? I think we decline here. See where they sack Savior. Because if they do it onto like Shram. I have to treat it like they don't have a counter spell. Yeah, so we weren't playing around Spell Pierce anyways. 4 Vanishing Verse, never saw one. Alright, so that's Niv. Like, it's got some cool elements to it, but you're going to lose to your mana more than anything. When your removal lines up well, it plays well, but I personally don't like decks where an element of whether you're going to win or lose is just your ability to sequence lands, coming into play tap, stuff like that. But want to give this one a go. Let me know what you think, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.